Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The moment she said it, the world tilted. My ex is staying the night, she said casually, like it was a grocery list item. You can crash on the couch. Her smirk was soft, almost teasing, but her eyes were steel. The room fell silent, save for the faint hum of the fridge. I just stood there, staring at her, Lena, my girlfriend of 3 years. The woman who used to sleep with her head on my chest and whisper that she'd never let anyone hurt me. And now she was the one twisting the knife. I wanted to laugh, or shout, or ask if this was some kind of sick joke, but instead, I nodded. Because that's what I'd been doing for months. Nodding. Agreeing. Staying quiet to keep the peace. The couch creaked when I sat down. Her footsteps padded down the hallway to the bedroom we'd shared. The same bed where I'd traced constellations on her skin, where she'd said she felt safe. I heard her open the closet, moving hangers. Then laughter, hers, and a man's deeper voice. He was already here. My chest tightened. The house smelled like her perfume, sandalwood and rain, and I hated that it still pulled at something in me. My phone buzzed on the coffee table, a group chat, some meme from a friend. I didn't even look. My world had narrowed to the muffled sounds coming from that bedroom. The same walls that once held our whispered secrets now carried the echoes of betrayal. It hadn't always been like this. When I first met Lena, she was magnetic. A graphic designer with messy hair, oversized sweaters, and a habit of doodling on napkins at cafes. I loved how she spoke with her hands, how her ideas filled a room. But somewhere along the line, her laughter had turned sharp. Our inside jokes became barbs. And when she reconnected with her ex for closure, I ignored the sinking feeling in my gut. She'd said I was insecure. Maybe I was. But sometimes insecurity is just intuition screaming in a voice you don't want to hear. Last week, I'd seen his name, Ethan, flash across her screen at midnight. She said he was just a friend now. I believed her because I wanted to. Because love makes you complicit in your own undoing. The sound of her voice snapped me back. She was giggling. The kind of giggle I hadn't heard in months. A drawer slammed shut. Then silence. My palms were slick with sweat. I stood, walked toward the kitchen. Every step echoed like a countdown. I grabbed a glass of water, stared at my reflection in the window. The man staring back looked hollow, eyes rimmed with exhaustion, lips pressed tight. I wondered when I'd become a ghost in my own home. The bedroom door creaked open. I turned, heart hammering. She stepped out, wearing his sweatshirt, grey, oversized, unmistakably not mine. Hey, she said softly, almost kindly. I hope this isn't too weird for you. Ethan and I just need to talk things out tonight. Old stuff, you know. Old stuff. I stared at her. You could have done that anywhere else. She shrugged. It's late. He didn't want to drive back. Be mature about it, okay? I wanted to say something sharp, something that would cut through her calm cruelty. But all I managed was, do you even hear yourself? Her lips curled slightly. You're overreacting. And there it was, the phrase she always used to end every argument, to make me question my sanity. I nodded again, not trusting my voice. She lingered for a moment, as if expecting me to beg, then turned and disappeared back into the room. The door clicked shut. I stood there for a long time, listening. The floor lamp buzzed faintly. My heart synced with the rhythm of my own breathing. Then came the sound I'd been dreading, the soft thud of a bed frame. A muffled laugh. A sigh. Something inside me broke quietly, like glass underfoot. I didn't storm in. I didn't scream. Instead, I opened my laptop. My hands moved on autopilot as I backed up everything. Photos, documents, memories. I deleted her from my playlists, wiped her name from my phone. Then I opened a folder labeled Us. Inside were hundreds of photos, her smiling at the beach, us cooking dinner, blurry selfies after too much wine. I hovered over delete for a moment. My throat tightened. Then I pressed it. Gone. The weight in my chest didn't lift, but it shifted, like grief making room for something colder. An hour later, I heard the bedroom door again. She came out, hair tousled, eyes half closed. She didn't even flinch when she saw me still awake. "You're still up?" she murmured, yawning. I smiled. "Yeah. Just finishing something." She nodded, uninterested. "We'll talk tomorrow, okay?" "Sure," I said. She disappeared back inside. The word "we" still burned in my mind. By morning, the house was quiet. Sunlight crept through the blinds. She was asleep when I left the bedroom door open and placed my house key on her nightstand. I didn't wake her. I didn't need to. On the kitchen counter, I left a note. "You wanted space. I'm giving it to you. You can keep the bed. I'll take my dignity." I walked out into the cold morning air, the taste of freedom bitter and metallic on my tongue. My phone buzzed again, messages from friends asking if I was okay. I typed back, "Not yet. But I will be." And for the first time in months, I believed it. 3 weeks later, I got a message from her. I made a mistake. I stared at the screen for a long time before replying. "So did I. I thought you loved me." Then I blocked her. As I closed my phone, a strange peace settled over me. Maybe heartbreak isn't an ending, it's an awakening. And some awakenings are worth the pain they bring. I walked away that day knowing something she never did. Forgiveness isn't for the one who betrayed you. It's for the one who finally stopped believing their lies. And that was the night I stopped sleeping on the couch. That was the night I started standing up.